I'm Tanya Eberhardt, founder of BrandFace. We help business stars differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hi guys, I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was a client before I became a partner in the company. We're the only comprehensive brand building system, personal brand building system on the globe. All right. And we got a neat little subject to talk about today. We're going to talk about not being put in a box.
Nobody puts baby in a box, right? So what we're going to talk about today is really a worldwide phenomenon, and Michael's in real estate, and of course a lot of our clients are in real estate as well. And I think those of you who are, whether you're in real estate or whether you're in insurance, no matter what business you are in, you have a tendency to have your brand put in a box. We're going to define what that sounds like here in just a moment, and then tell you how to get out of that box. Okay. So there are two situations where someone else puts your brand in a box, or surprisingly enough, you put your own brand in a box. And we're going to talk about those situations and what that means today and how to avoid them.
Yeah, so to use an example, obviously I'm in the real estate business. That's the predominant business that I'm in. We own several different companies. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have been my entire life. I've owned dozens of companies. I've worked with big companies. I've been executive level and some big companies in the auction industry. I've seen a lot of changes. And so one of the things that I've noticed, especially nowadays, is how the bigger real estate brokerages are putting the agents in a box. All right. Some of the bigger ones have actually gone to where their entire branding is just the brokerage, and the agent is completely lost in all of that. You're also seeing where a lot of people who think they're brokers are coming into the market. Like, for instance, if you're familiar with Zillow is making a very big push into becoming a brokerage, not a online platform to marry up buyers and sellers. And when they do that, what they're taking away from you is your individualism, right? It's a very interesting phenomenon happening in big business, because I think in so many other genres of our lives in the world we live, where individualism is celebrated and individualism is actually promoted. Right. But in so many industries, what we're seeing now is where they're like, hey, it's about me, the big giant gorilla, right? And masking all the individuals that actually drive the machine, right? Now, luckily, we live in a world where that's not, you don't have to be caught into that box. So the first thing I would want to encourage everybody is to don't work for somebody that's not investing in you personally and investing in you to your individual traits that are allowing you to build your own brand. I own a brokerage. I am not a competing real estate agent. I am a broker, and I promote every one of my agents to their own individualism. They are brand face people, just like I'm a brand face person. It does not harm the brokerage. It grows the brokerage when the individuals are allowed to grow. Right. And we listen, we'll be the first one to tell you, Tanya pinned it. People don't do business with a logo. They do business with a person. Right. So the big brokerages and a lot of other entrepreneurial industries that are very large, where you've got like insurance companies that will buy over and they will mask the entire insurance agent and then agency, and none of the agents are individualized, but yet the agents are supposed to be in the small towns building the relationship, right? You have the same thing in the financial sector, in the financial industries, right? You've got the big guys that want the branding, but you don't have the individuals that are the consultants that are building the bank of business. They're not getting recognized for being who they are and how they really promote the bigger entity. Now, I'm the first person on earth. I'm a little off script here. I want to talk about this for a second, but I'm the first person to believe in big business. I'm okay with big business. I'm not threatened by big business. I don't care about big business. We want BrandFace to be very big business, and it is growing into being that. I have no problem with that. But what big business tends to do is ignore the individuals, and that is what we're talking about. If you are a contract salesperson in an industry where you are face forward to your clients, you do not need to be obscure behind the logo of the company that draws you the check. Do you need to be loyal? Yes. You need to be honest? Yes. You need to protect the interests of that company, because that company does pay you. So if it doesn't exist, you don't get the paycheck. Right. But I encourage you not to allow big business to put you in a box and say, you just do the work and keep quiet about who you are and what you bring to the table. That's not really a key to success in kind of long term.
No,
and with longevity, in my opinion, at all.
And a lot of times, like we're talking literally putting you in a box too. A lot of the websites that come out now, whether you're, whatever type of agent you are, whatever industry you're in, you're given a website by your broker or agency, and they're saying, okay, here's the box you can put your photo in. Here's the box where your logo would go. And here's a little bitty space where your bio can go, right? And that's pretty much all you're given. Well, obviously a website is just one part of a brand. It's not everything. A website is an important part of the brand, but it's not everything. There are many different ways we can circumvent those box issues. You can order your own business cards outside of what the brokerage gives you, as long as you're following brokerage regulations and state regulations and being compliant. A lot of times you can. A lot of times you can set up your own website as long as you're following those rules yet again. And a lot of ways you can handle those things and help to remove yourself from the box. A lot of times that box is there simply because nobody balks against the box.
Yeah,
right?
It could be a lot of that, like not realizing. And so obviously education is something that we're very big on, and that's why we bring you the show. We want to talk to you about that. We want to talk to you about being a very important part of the whole. And don't lose your individualism when it comes to that. Don't let somebody put you into a box. If you're in an industry where you are building your own clientele, they need to know you personally. And if you begin to do that and you begin to have the facial recognition that BrandFace teaches you, you're going to see your bank of business grow. And so at the end of all this conversation, what we're here to teach you is how to make your business grow, how to make you more valuable to your clients and also to your employers or your brokerages or the entrepreneurs that have the vision that have set you forward. But it's very important that each individual be branded of them in and of themselves if you want to grow your business.
Absolutely, because you do business with a person across the table from you, right? So the other way, we just talked about how someone else can put your brand in a box. Now we're going to talk about the big surprise, how you may not even realize that you put your brand in a box. And we're just creatures of habit. So if we're told, okay, here's what you can do, here's what you have to work with, we just go inside the box and we close the flap and we call it a day, right? That's so true. It happens all the time. But a lot of times we do that because we don't have a well-defined and developed brand to put out there. Now imagine if you did, you'd be standing in the corner screaming, don't put me in a box. I have my own brand here. I'm defined. I know exactly who I'm going after. I know what makes me special and different. I know exactly what I do when I wake up every morning. Now I'm going to put it out there. Watch out, world, right? And so a lot of times just that is missing. And when that's missing, we do tend to just go in the box and close the flap and just say, that's just the way it is. That's the way business is done, right? Business is only done that way when you allow it to be done that way. Let's face it. It's true. It's true. So here's how we fix this, guys. A few things. Number one, know that point of differentiation. You need help with that? That's where we come in. We can help you with that. Number two, define, develop, and display that personal brand. Have it all together, ready to go, ready to put out there. And then once it's set to go, and obviously we can help you with that too. Once it's ready to go, every time you start to market or advertise yourself, ask yourself whether you are inside the box or outside the box. Make sure you be creative and don't do things like everyone else. The only thing really that's worse than somebody else putting you in a box is when you put yourself in the box. And when we don't need to be doing that. So keep in mind those things, guys. Number one, know that point of differentiation. Number two, develop that brand. Define and develop it top to bottom. Number three, every time you start to market, ask yourself, are you playing inside the box? Are you coloring inside or outside the lines, right?
Right.
And the way I grew up, it's like I'm coloring inside the lines and I'm paying attention to every little thing, and I hand it off to my mom and say, look, Mom, I colored all inside the lines. Well, in today's world, I'm off the page. I'm off onto another mural. It's graffiti. It's all over the place. So that's what you want to be. You want to be contained graffiti, though, guys. Don't take it literally. So anyway, that's it for today. And if you guys want to learn more, learn how we can help you create this awesome brand and live outside that box, that's what we're here for. To help you do. So if you want more information, if you are a real estate professional, go to our dedicated Facebook group called Build Your Real Estate Brand. If you are a business professional in any other genre, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, go to our dedicated Facebook group for Build Your Business Star Brand. Build your real estate brand or build your business star brand. Both closed groups. You can request to join the group and we are standing by to let you in. You're going to find access and content there that you won't find anywhere else, guys. So join the movement. Join the movement.
That's exactly right. Why do you want to do this, folks? You want to do it for you. You want to do it for the future and the prosperity of. We've ushered in a certain amount of time of growth in the United States. Hallelujah. It's been great. Now, there's always going to be scares on the forefront, folks. There's always going to be something out there spooky that sounds like it's going to be scary, right? But we trudge forward. We move forward. I still believe in every economic market that we are facing right now. I think that we are poised for greatness and a lot more time of growth in the United States in the real estate business, as well as so many other entrepreneurial style businesses. I'm seeing more and more of it every day. More trucks on the road with people going to work. They got a purpose. They know what they're doing. They've got opportunity. They're ready to work for it. How are you going to stand out in that sea of sameness? No matter what industry you're in, this is how you do it. You do it with your personal story. You do it with your facial recognition. You put your face on your brand. I'm telling you, I learned it from this beautiful lady. It has taken our company to a stratosphere. We started off very small, humble beginnings. We quadrupled our leads the first year we started working with BrandFace. Now we are selling more in a month than we were selling in a year ago. And so it's all because we practice these branding principles: define, develop, and display. We know what we're talking about, folks, and we want to help you with that. If you're interested in it, discussyourbrand.com. You can book a session with our staff. It's free. It's 30 minutes worth. We'll talk to you about branding. If you got questions about it or whatnot, we love to talk about this subject. It is fantastic. We know this is the way of the future, and we want to help you with that. Discussyourbrand.com. We've got a lot of resources for you, folks, and we really appreciate you joining in.
Yes, thank you so much. We know you have a lot of other things you could be doing, and we're grateful that you joined us today. Go get them, guys.
That's right. Hey, we know here that prosperity favors the bold. It's Be Bold branding, folks. Be bold with your brand. It makes the difference. Trust us. All right. Have a great, prosperous week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.